guys, Robert here, and I know, starting another game with a fishing Indiana Jones. I will get back to it. But I'm just starting to do streams that are more based off of what I'm interested in playing. Right now, I'm interested in playing Ace Attorney, Phoenix, and the Ace Attorney game. I just got through finishing playing them straight through on my own, so I figured now's a good time to actually start playing them actually playing the main games on stream. So, yeah, here I am. And let's get started, shall we? Because this is such a great game series. I see, Tris, you had said before you tried the first case. Meh. That first case is a little dry. Yeah, it's meant to be a tutorial case so you get the hang of the courtroom and everything. But at the same time, it still gives you it still will allow you to know and understand everything for the whole game. So let's get started with the first turnabout. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing voice acting here. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. And just a second, I just realized I didn't do a tweet about this, so give me 1 second. Just a second. Oh, by the way, if anyone that's here, I just got something in the mail today. The Amalgam Omnibus. So now I got both omnibuses here. Now, my collection is complete. I even got the 2 Amalgam books that are not included. I got those separately. So, yeah, I'm going to be covering those at some point. You mark my word. But yeah, as you can probably guess, I'm going to be doing voice acting as I'm going through all these. Okay, let's get back to it. Sec. I nervous? Right? Ooh. Hiya, Chief. I'm glad you made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. There's a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before the case? Shouldn't that be a conflict of interest? Yeah? Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Yes, despair! Oh, I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty! And give me the death sentence! I ain't afraid to die! What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over! I'm finished! Finished! I can't live in a world without her! I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me, who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Newspaper says it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlikely sap dating her. Unlucky indeed. Just one sec. All right. Larry Butts, my best friend since in grade school. Let's go ahead of saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I knew this one. Glad I read the case report covering them many times. Hey, Ingrid, how's it going? Wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here!
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this?
You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? That would be... I already know this one, of course. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor, because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Right. And be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. I got all of them, Ingrid. I'm going to be playing through all of them as I go through. Yeah, surprised that one escaped it. Then again, though, the great Ace Attorney duology also got released, so it was only a matter of time. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. There he gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony! Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped, she just wasn't taking my phone calls, or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped.
Hopefully, the only other game we don't have now is the Professor Layton Ace Attorney crossover. But I do have that through emulation.
In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it! Lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport added to the court record. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. And dude, no way!
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts.
Oh, poor Larry.
She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right?
Don't you think you want to answer? I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah. Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? My client has no idea the victim was seeing other men. The questions are relevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? Oh, God damn it, Larry. That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this! Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there when I went there. Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, I didn't see her.
Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making that gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit.
Sawit?
To the stand.
The puns!
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh yes, newspapers. Yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Oh. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. I agree, Ingrid, I agree. Then I saw her light. A woman, not moving. Dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Harry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes? Yes, Your Honor.
Yes!
Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave?
Lies? What? He was lying? Really, Phoenix? You made it through law school and you didn't know this? What did you learn?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's statement and testimony to the evidence at hand. there's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Alright. Wait a second! Time of death, 4 p.m. Wait a second! Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab and then point out the contradictions in the testimony. Well, I just found one already. I was going, yep. 1 p.m. That makes no sense. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m.? You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that.
Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradiction. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Really, dude? What did we just establish?
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. This is so blatantly a tutorial, because this guy is just so stupid. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Yeah, this one's so blatantly obvious. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been a shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Oh, a clock? I guess that would explain it. Defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Wait a minute, the murder weapon was a statue! Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? With your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it was as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problem with his testimony now?
Yeah!
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is if he held it in his hand, yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Objection! What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock. I heard no. I saw. Shut up! I hate you. It was him. I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Give him death.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim.
Mr. Wright? Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think quick. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Let's sound the clock. Sound the clock now. Here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:55. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
Dad! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. And so, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! You forgot one thing! Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing! How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case! Right? How am I gonna prove that? Damn it! I was so close! Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination for Mr. Frank Sawit. I came all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime! I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit! Yeah, Chief, listen up, Wright? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the fact. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes? Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have the evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? And find it and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between her and here in Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out different than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty!
Yay!
And with that, this court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Aww. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2. I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Hey, Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlights now. Harry Butt, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this. ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, I treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Oh, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick! Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she saw quite a lot of you, in her own way. you don't gotta sympathize me. It's okay. Oh? I'm not just sympathizing. Really? Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She just probably needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hope you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah. Part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Aww. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me, huh? I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. That was a great start. That was a great start. Well, we're all going to go through the first trial at least. Hello. This is Maya. Hey, Maya. It's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. I'm just teasing. Thanks, Ingrid, thanks. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue, the Thinker, and it tells you time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside of it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes? Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good, like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. All right, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Office. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. I'll take what's mine. The papers! I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are... Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the sinker that swallowed those papers. How could you have known? Oh, you are not carnivorous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I'm so very sorry, but I'm afraid I must ask for you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Oh! Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Office. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left. Yeah, it did. Although, this was actually the first case written. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. That smell. Blood. Someone's there. Chief! 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 Who are you? Aww. Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder until she was finally cold. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this. If there's any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The sinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Actually, I do have. Give me one second, Ingrid. Give me 1 second. One second. check your DMs. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of glass of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Anything else that seems like a clue here? Piece of paper must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya, did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. She didn't run on me. Yipe! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya Faye. Maya? Faye? Maya! So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside of the courtroom. I guess I forgot something. Right! I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please come quick! Hey, quick! What was that? Someone's screaming from outside the window. I'm like, she's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark, and Sis. She was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting this late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would this write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Uh-oh! The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Dick! Alright. I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving one inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! Excuse me! This word, Maya here, mean anything to you? That's my name. What?
The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? And with her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Killer? I'm not.
Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am.
What?
Gumshoe.
Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. Yep. Whoa! They have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh. It's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. You look so tired. You going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. You're never going to believe me. Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No! I never saw it! It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha! So he crashed and burned. He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil type. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh? Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Wow! That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. Remember that receipt? You mean the one with my name on it? Any idea why she... Absolutely none. Do you trust me? I trust you. Why? Don't you think I did it too? No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but... That detective thinks I did it. Aww. Now here's the thing I always do. Make sure you talk to him about everything. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? Hold on 1 second. What's with that outfit? Oh, this is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spiritual medium in training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. That clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember! You want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure a conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. A conversation I had with my sister recorded on my cell phone. So you're an acolyte, a medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So, you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you just contact Mia's spirit then? We could just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, can I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Sure. Why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much! I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon, and visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right. I'll be back. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it, and I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the sinker clock that Mary made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. And then I found her. My sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Although, let's take a look at this painting. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick, it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey! You there! This is a crime scene, pal! No trespassing! Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No! Phoenix Wright! How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent! Right. And you were... Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe. Right. At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you've got business here, you better do it quick. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Hold on one second. All right. Sorry, I misread something. That's all. Okay, let's continue. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. All right. You can see the report, but that's all. About Maya. Yeah? I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edwards on the prosecution. Edwards? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edwards. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edwards himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid it's pretty much decides the case. So, Edwards is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredible young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edwards hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Nope. Wrong thing. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh. He's on to me. Okay, can't be straight with this guy, but what should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh, no, that carry strap on the cell phone. This? It says the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Day Tokyo. The Steel Samurai? That action here on TV? Yeah, you see that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That's what she said? Yes? Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. Seems like he didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received. Check the court. I guess I've asked all the questions. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then? You try your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than try and get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. We already know how that went. Hey, wait, what is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I haven't seen him yet. I see. I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. I don't know, but she could still be alive. Ugh. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced that she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her. All by herself up on that mountain? So who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spiritual medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. What happened? The case was solved. We saw it. You saw it? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White ain't White? Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Aww, thank you. Hello there, handsome. Hi. That's right, real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting. I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I paid a lawyer to have to cross-examine this one. There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. And you wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought you was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. I'm not encourager. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see, well, dream on! If you want to know, you'll have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, boy. Could you just And just exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Liar, are you hitting on me?
No! Hey, I'm just doing my job here!
You know you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much.
Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh, boy.
I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what an amazing power of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television.
Oh, no, not me. It's a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Right.
I ain't gonna get much else out of her. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. That wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
So, you're the one they say has been looking for me.
Yes, that's me.
He looks even grander than I imagined. What badge on your collar? Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes, well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed.
Not busy? How come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually it's about Maya. Maya Fey.
Yes, Maya Fey. Go on.
Why this strange reaction?
I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Well, wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even had got a chance to ask him. Wait, what do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course. I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have the time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
I think not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
But why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one.
That's quite a painting.
Aha! You noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? And the color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least $3 billion. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale.
I'm not buying. Jeez. Oh, we gotta tell her the bad news. Hiya! Oh, you're back! Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? No, of course not! I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... no one is as sad as a person without any friend. I know, I've been there. A long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Aww. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Phew, she smiled at least. It looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes! And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come here to deliver tea, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you know need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Yeah! You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there's a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White, a Blue Core phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White, Blue Core? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Maya and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her do with a thing like this? There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all of this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait! I mean... you know what I mean. Uh-oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram! I look forward to tangling with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. So that's a good first case so far. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. At the front. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya May, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here, and the cause of death, loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. Now, detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Could you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There was 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony.
Whoosh.
Hey, man just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradiction in witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks.
All right, let's give this a try. Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination.
Hold it!
Hold on, just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say that.
You did say that. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink claim, and this pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written, clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's fingers. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, sir, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time?
I know I'm really embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. And try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Objection! Detective Gumshoe, there is one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it! Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately! But... No butting your way out of this one, detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point! Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down! Objection! Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It was the day after the murder. Prosecution's point being... That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. Prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. I don't want to get too hammy. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May. At your service.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Ah, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, when the murder occurred?
I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across... And this hotel is directly across from Fay & Co. Law.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, and then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacked here was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she got up there and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little itsy bitsy witsy.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any.
Well, wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Face understudy, were you not? You must know her technique well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Of course! Of course I will, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Hold it! How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right.
Hold on a minute! That testimony stinks!
What? And Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Did you really see the defendant at all?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay, if you really witnessed my client Mia Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. That...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the technical details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the courtroom would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statuey clock. The thinker, I think. What's this? Hatred! Hey, boo what? Boo what? Well, does this accuracy of my report not startle you too?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Yeah, I can already tell where's in one big flaw in all this. How the heck do they know and she knows there was a clock? As far as everyone thinks it was a statue. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
You just said that this was a statue of the statue of a thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Objection! The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Objection! But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I caught murders with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. We continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would have been over. What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How'd you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard about it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law for the Fay & Co.? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I want to go? Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Hee. The law office of Fay & May, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang, and the clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. What a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. Hey, David, not bad. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. That good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, yep. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her own hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before.
What store was that again? I got so many.
Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yeah! The witness claims she's seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before. It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse me. Excuse is not on sale today?
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary? Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because the witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. And she heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Maya Faye's and Mia Faye's phone, were you not? Objection. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Oh, just a second, guys, just a second. Sorry about that phone call. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? Up, you haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue, the sinker. It tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the sinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Objection. Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm the banker. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why'd you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Is it tippity-tapping or irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edwards wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
While the court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Liar, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who thought that, and of course I can, and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Liar. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee. You know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, this witness was not at the scene of the time of the murder.
So where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to just let her walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk in quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not calling the question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Of course accept it. All right, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap.
Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. At 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished. Sir, 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. You are sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good! There's nothing here! Is that it? Tisk, tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen. Can I? Wait! Please wait!
Yes? Does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all.
Okay. This is really it. Now, this is my last chance. Tell me again about a room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? And what did you say? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. It was the barrister there, Mr. Edwards, who... He asked me not to mention if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool! I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold it as impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edwards? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart amateur. These accusations, they're ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. They expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today. That is all today for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lip, it sent shivers up my spine. You say so? So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man was Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that? Anyway, I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charm won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir! I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Yes. Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you! I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack that ran to the right, but it was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigation. Maya doesn't belong in the detention center. It's up to me to set her free. Again, this is such a good game, isn't it? Such a strong story and everything. Ooh, favorite character. Ooh. That's a tough question. Ooh. I'd say it's. Ooh. I really gotta think on that one. Ooh. If I have to, I'd say it's a tie between Maya and Iris that we won't see until Trials and Tribulations. That's what I would say. I'd say it's a tie between those two. Because Maya is. Now, I haven't gotten to the other games yet, so if just from the trilogy alone, Maya is definitely my favorite. And then Iris is such a sweetheart, but again, we won't see her till the final game. So anyway, well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dark place as this. It's really quite moving.
Not! You stinking lawyer! I hope you die! Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May!
No, not really. This is something I wanted to ask.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head?
Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard.
So, what is it you wish to ask me then,
For starters, how would you get to be so totally whacked? One second. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Could you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on.
No way, Jose!
Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
When you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal.
Tapping people's phone is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school? Creep.
This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Oh, that doesn't bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer!
Bottom? I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? Yeah, I'm getting out of it before she rips my head off. Huh? Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah, it was a painting of... Wasn't it a very memorable painting? Wasn't it? Wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. What's this? Old photos. There are two lying here. Something's been written on the pencil on the backs. DL6 incident. Exhibit A, DL6 incident, Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. Sure, no one will miss just one little photo, and it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. The photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took. Yep, definitely. I think I'll swap them. Aha, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your effort today can only can only help the Gateway's rep. Huh? Rep? Yes, a reputation will swell at the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It'll be great for business, sir. Whoa! This May hasn't been charged with murder. I too will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I have a feeling we're both stuck in the same bad dream? Okay, here's a question for you guys. Who's your favorite main prosecutor in the trilogy? So, you are, for me, it's obviously Edgeworth, obviously. So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. About Miss May. Oh, her, sir. Sorry, and not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. And do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him. Sir, he and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If you had a photo of the man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. Photo? Oh, Godot is great too. But I gotta say though, I feel what I love best about Edgeworth is the trial. I'll say this: Godot is the best. Well, it is definitely one of the best as well. But Edgeworth is not only one of the best in his way, but also has the best back and forth. Godot's back and forth gets infuriating sometimes. His little coffeeisms can really get on even my nerves at times. Could you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely. And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. Subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. Whatever floats your cheese set. Take a look at this photo. That's him, and detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that that's him? An affidavit? This guy is way too excited about this. Well, sure, why not? Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it! Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. You again! Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now? You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with, who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. No, let's try it again. No, I gotta try it again. I picked the wrong one. Hold on. Gotta do that all over again. Thankfully, that was early enough. Thank goodness that was early enough. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking his info to the press. What? Even though he should have been witness to the murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation. Fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes, man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fist in the air? Oh, he's like, yeah. Why are you pumping your fist in the air? Now, tell me about the man you were with. That man, he's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate, Blue Corps. Red White? Information gathering? Well, I suppose you call it a detective agency. So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder? I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corps is located? Mr. Red White, at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, then that leaves him. Time to take action. Bellboy's affidavit discarded. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name! What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendoriferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my gigantic vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corps. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into the contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordly challenge. What a fruitcake! Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you come to me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yikes! This guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corps, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she's done. And what she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed. She is paid to answer the phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties, but I assure you, we do not condone illegal messages. It is ineffable that she would do that. And it sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. On the night of the murder, were you in Miss April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution come as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh, the police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement. What kind of company is Blue Corps, anyway? Excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future, you may say. We are the future. Hell, information? In just 10 years, I've built this business into the grand office you see now. In case you're wondering, Blue Corps was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corps, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why? Why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. fantabulistic, is it not? There's something that's been bothering me.
Yes? What might that be?
That big painting on the wall over there. You know, I've actually seen that painting before.
Oh?
Just yesterday, actually.
Your point being?
My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall?
Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here.
I ask again, who are you?
Huh? A lawyer. No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer.
Worth nothing. Zilch, zippo, nada.
Just like that sorry excuse of an attorney, Grody Burger.
What? Ah! Don't! He punched me!
Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away! I welcome it, for it is you who'll be found guilty.
What?
Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding.
So you say, but I wonder, is it that kind of control really possible?
I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your comprehension. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume.
Mr. Grossberg, yes.
Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss.
Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat. Ahem!
Don't be Jehoshaphat! You!
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just that Mia's sister, that poor girl, my boy. I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
Right? Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So, I paid Blue Core a visit.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh, what is that? Well, how was it, my boy?
You see, it's just... Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office.
So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know that and what it is. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail! I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well. Maybe the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, we're Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate.
What's he talking about?
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Core is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the DL6 estate, as you may have guessed.
The name on the back of this photograph.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of it. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than a sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
Medium?
Her name was Misty Faye. Faye? Indeed. She was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Okay then. Let's head back to the office. It's funny looking at this room. It seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at first? Let's see. J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of them. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part here at the end is S. Suicide! She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White! This is Mia's handwriting! Wait, I get it! Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings! Let's find the most disturbing one. Newspaper clipping... I know. Okay then. Let's see what White thinks now. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your sick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd be better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. This concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia? She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was able with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company's built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I?
What a bizarre accusation! Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Hello, Secretary's office. Hello?
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away.
Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. White. Excuse me? What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating?
Mia was on top, was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it! And Secretary's office,
we won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please.
White, that you? What are you doing calling me at... And what are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fay case. I witnessed a murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quite the truth. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. And what? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this is another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you're in a position to freely offer your opinion to me. Correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you! I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of anywhere will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously enough that they may make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Butts! Harry Butts! Right, actually, Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fay. What? And take this despicable human back into being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right? Mr. Wright? Oh, Maya. Great. They let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we've switched places. What? You mean you? Explain what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother? My sister? And now you? This has gone too far! Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... All right. You can be my defense lawyer tomorrow. All right! Huh? Leave it to me. I am Mia's sister, after all. Lawyership runs in our blood. Wasn't it ghost powers that ran in your blood? I'd better run to the bookstore and pick up a copy of Law for Rookies. Wait! What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there's really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay.
Then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finished in a day. Most was a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up on the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow is me or him. Okay, I'm gonna finish up this part. I'll finish up the episode, and I'm gonna call it a day, and then I'm gonna take a break. It's gonna backfire for that guy, at least. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. The Phoenix! Look! Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. Wright says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix? You know him? And don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Their defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the events are already quite clear to the court. Today, we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Mr. Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. I'm going to let it go for now. Forget it. I smell a trap. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common phrase, the president of Blue Corps. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct!
And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? I hope you've made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer.
Let him have it, Phoenix.
Let's see. It was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusing, reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then that I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course. Comprende? I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I'm always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail?
Wait a second.
Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave! What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated the victim ran right. Oh, it's simple. I have misheard her, and you have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claimed she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. And don't you find that odd? Very strange. I run to the left. I did.
Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one.
True. Maybe he really did see the victim run to the left. So did he witness the killing? Wait a second. Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Haha, I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel! What, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime for the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law office of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where he was standing. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point to him, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. This is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this court will be held in contempt.
Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion? The postulation of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. You provided us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. But now, he's laughing. The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this, I apologize. For your honor, Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. All right, good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. Ah, wrong! That is what Miss May saw. See? You hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Wrongo! Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What did you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court that you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there would be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White. Mr. White. Okay. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you get her in with a single blow. Swap! Swap indeed. Very well. To begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. You heard that thing fall. What was that thing? Oh, right, the glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something seem about that thing strike you as odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. What? You're saying you saw a glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay. Objection! Mr. White! It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand! What? Look at this! These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you'll be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area.
Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Right, ridiculosity! Mr. White, if you were in the Gateway Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law office. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Mr. White? Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. Objection! That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now, What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like this way where this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law office of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office? And by who? No, you wouldn't! Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you enter Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles! Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached Fay and Co. law. That is what I saw at a cursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what this all means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been in the office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Hold on a sec. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound? Correct. That is correct. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. Yeah, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh, right. Was it really you that went into the office, or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints, several days old, were found in the Fay Co. law office. Those were obviously Mr. White's. If I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. Wright, tell us why you went to Bay & Co.'s law office. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corps is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it! There's nothing more for me to press him on! Oh well, maybe he's round enough that I can bluff something out of him. Uh-oh! Don't tell me I've run out of ammo! Tis, tis. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore.
Mr. Wright, are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix!
Hmm?
Phoenix! Over here! I know that voice.
Mia?
Never give up, Phoenix.
Mia? Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. What?
You're finally awake. Hey, Phoenix! Yeah, there's no way to greet it all, friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me.
Huh? You're... Maya?
Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true power. So, Maya's channeling you? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you all to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But, we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen, you've already won.
Huh?
You already have that receipt. You have that receipt in the court record, right?
Oh yeah,
The one you wrote Maya on. Phoenix, Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it was from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow.
big spender.
Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th?
September 4th?
That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed.
Whoa!
Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony?
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder.
He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it.
Right.
Right.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright?
Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now.
Then, I'll start where we left off.
Your Honor, there's nothing to go back to. Cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that's required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you.
But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, this trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edwards, do you have any opinion on this matter?
I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Yep, and...
Objection!
Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? And you're grasping.
I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt.
The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt?
Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase, why, that's the day before the murder!
What? You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you?
No, it's impossible!
Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Very well. Then that is all for the trial of...
Objection! Not so fast, Phoenix, Wright? What? No way he can worm his way out of this one! Oh, wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth! There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claim. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence.
I see. Objection denied.
What?
The completion of the trial, Mr. Phoenix Wright, will be postponed until tomorrow.
No! There's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. That's what it's sort of come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me at all. Your Honor, Mr. Your Honor, may I go home?
Of course. Thank you for your time.
The witness will stay. Hey, Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what is this? Your Honor, if I may.
You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright.
You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened.
Stop! This is... Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list?
Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I did it. I killed her. I hit Miss Mia with the sinker. Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, no reason to continue this trial, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You've done it again. This was quite a spirited defense.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that, if only you knew how spirited it was.
Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
Yay!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. And thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say! And don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say, 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief! Mia! Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! You came! Mia? I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face! Mia? And what are you talking about? It's me, Maya! Maya? What? Did I look like my sister?
Look like you were her.
I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of? Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law office, right? And who better but me, Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no. On second thought, let me make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. Like, you know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law office. Got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Aww. And good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right. Okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy! Burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting.
Okay, wait up.
That was a good first episode. Still part tutorial, though. This was still definitely part tutorial, obviously, but it set a lot of things up, and again, a lot of these games always follow that. You have the tutorial mission, then you have the grand second mission, then you have the divisive third mission, then you have the final missions, usually, which are the big grand finales and all that. Which means we, of course, are going to be heading into the divisive third missions. And although I will say this one's third mission is nowhere near as bad as the second games. But yeah, I'm gonna continue on just a little bit more. So let's save.
You have disgraced me for the last time, Silver Samurai. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. The moon, for it will be the last moon you will ever see. See you in hell, El Magistrate! Whoa! Ah! The warrior sword gleams and strikes in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. October 14th. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate! Whoa, stop waving that broom around! Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17, see? I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like that. Like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24. Then watch it with me. He's really cool and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. And Gramps! Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. Months have passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time. No one paid attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. Hello? This is Phoenix. Nick! Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain! Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Oh, yeah, on TV! Yeah, on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life! He scared a villain with his samurai spear! I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick! Please, Nick! Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo-Old-Age Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe that this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No. Oh, no. It's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Oh. Yes? Wright & Co. Law Office. What? Nick? It's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go? Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So, I've decided this will be our first case. Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate this case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on sightseeing. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it. You don't have a clue what happened. No, we just don't have enough information. All right, let's go down there and meet him. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him.
Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murderer, at least once, maybe twice. Whoa! What are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No, this is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh no. No. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know? I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. He's such a teddy bear! Nick? What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah, he didn't do it. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seemed like it was only yesterday, actually. It was, yes, only yesterday. The cast have come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. Ooh, they took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you can explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is? Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. But hey, who's new to this? No, it's all right, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate, although I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo-Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studio at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was beginning at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So you was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action, hero. What would the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick. Let's go. I'm willing to bet $10 she asked for autographs. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome! Aren't you excited? Try to think of a good voice for her. Hey, you there! You want in? You got to go through me. Oh, so sorry. We're lawyers. Oh yeah. Well, that's great. I'm security, and it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You've heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Use today. Something horrible happened. Oh, you said, wait till you're dead. Don't you have jobs? You need more lawyers who not working like the rest of us. Maybe like the life. Nick? I grow up to be like her. Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to. Use today. And that's where we get Miss Oldbag. Miss Oldbag, what a riot! What a riot! She is always so funny when we have to deal with her. Okay, I wanted to get as far as Oldbag before I call it a night. And call it for a while. So yeah, that's the beginning of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the first game of the original trilogy. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll probably be continuing this a bit more because I'm really in the mood. I will keep getting back to. Now, Mass Effect is on hold until we get some mod updates because I want to actually play them through with the proper mods. And Indiana Jones, I will be getting back to as well. But this, I am just so in the mood for. So yeah, I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Take care.